Jonathan Quick had circled on his calendar. He helps the Rangers circle the wagons and restore some order. 4-1 the final on Madison Square Garden ice over the LA Kings. Hi, everyone. Welcome inside our Delta MSG studios. Alongside Steve Valiquette, I'm John Giannone. New York is the theater capital of the world. That was great theater tonight for one of the great players to ever play for the LA Kings. But I'll ask you the question because 24 hours ago, I asked you a similar one. When it was 4-0 down, I'll ask you this. Are you more impressed by the 4 or the 1 tonight?
The 1. I'm always defense first because that's what's going to translate to long-term success. My highest point about this game is that there was sacrifice and discipline in the Rangers game in the first period that was required, and they were able to deliver it. They delivered a message to themselves. They delivered a message to the league with this win. But the fact that they weren't going for it on every shift for the crowd, for the theater of the game that you and I know it's hard to resist when you're a New York Ranger. You want to play for everybody and you want it to be fancy, and sometimes it gets out of control and it goes the other way, but they didn't have that risk in their game, and that's why they won this game. They won this game in the first period. That's where they set the table, and make no mistake, that's a game that this is one that everybody around the league is talking about. This was the marquee matchup of the night in the NHL. This is the best of the West against the best of the East, and the Rangers had an A game.
Jonathan Quick won 370 times in an LA Kings sweater, 49 more times in the playoffs. He won 2 Stanley Cups. He won a Conn Smythe Trophy. He won 2 Jennings Trophies. And tonight, he won his 8th game in 9 starts as a New York Ranger, and he did it against his former team. It's the story of the evening.
I thought you were going to say he's winning our hearts. You know? No, it really feels like...
He's won the Ranger fan hearts.
I know, right? Because this is an LA King that you hated at one time, and now he's home. He's from Milford, Connecticut, Greenwich, Connecticut now. But you know what? When you watch him play with the enthusiasm that he's playing with, it's contagious. Attitudes are contagious, and he has one in the net. He is delivering a composed effort with his technique, but he's out there competing hard, and I feel like it's really inspiring the players. Everybody was inspired because they knew this was a big game for him against his former team that, make no mistake, you know, he's not taking anything from anybody, and he's got an attitude about it, and that compete was there all night. I love this play on Byfield. He takes his stick and waffles him 3 or 4 times. I mean, that's a goalie that you're not happy to be in front of, and that it's not easy to be there. And that's a reputation that he has right now, and I think that he's put it all together, John. This was one of the only saves where he chased out to the white ice. I thought he was disciplined with his technique once again, and having a little bit of fun to boot, right? And dare I say, goalie controversy.
Yeah,
John Giannone?
No.
No. I'm totally kidding.
Pump the brakes, please. 9 saves in the first period, 2 in the second, 14 more in the third, and then he took a final lap to the adulation of the Ranger crowd as the #1 star of the night, then headed to the dressing room where Jonathan Quick met up with Michelle Gingras.
We all know how much you guys wanted this game. To have a performance like that at the Garden against your former team, what did tonight mean to you?
I mean, obviously it's it's special, right? Like it's a game that, you know, this summer when the schedule comes out, you know when we're playing them. So the effort from the guys in front of me, and you know how to, you know, slow them down neutral zone and blocking shots, and the way we played defensively was tremendous. So obviously at the end of the day, it's 2 points. We got a game in a couple of days here, so we're gonna move on to that, focus on that now.
Nick Nino told me pregame how badly they all wanted this game for you. So you felt that on the ice as well?
You could see it, right? Like you see just their effort and, you know, attention to detail, everything, right? So, yeah, no, the you know, team's performance was phenomenal.
You try to do things the same every day, you know, but were there any added nerves coming into this game? How much attention did you give it or not give it?
I mean, for sure, right? Like it's a long day, right? You're thinking about it. You just want the game to start. You know, having never played them before, and the way it ended there, right? You just kind of replaying a lot of the memories throughout the day. So you just want the game to start. Once you get out there, it's a hockey game, and you know you're kind of fully focused on that. Yeah.
Was any part of that strange for you when you're out there?
You know, like I said, I think it's just kind of the lead up, the day. So there's a lot of thoughts running through your head, and it's it's tough to nap, right? So just as soon as you get out there, you start playing, right? You obviously see a bunch of friends over there and guys you play with for a long time, but when they start trying to score on you, it's obviously you forget about that. You just try to stop the puck.
From a positional standpoint, does the familiarity play so much of a factor in the game? Because you made a lot of those glove saves look so easy.
I don't think so, no.
When you're thinking about this one, I mean, are you thinking about, you want to win because you want to win, you're competitive, but is part of that because of how it ended and your frustration of how it ended, or just because it's your former team?
I mean, yeah, that's a tough question. Obviously, first and foremost, right, it's we didn't play our best game a couple days ago, right? And as a team, and you want to come and give a great effort for your team to try to win a game, and obviously bounce back after our game last night. So that's that's the focus, and obviously you got other stuff kind of filtered in your head throughout the day. So at the end of the day, we wanted to bounce back as a group. If it gave the guys a little more motivation, then great. We obviously responded, and we played a terrific game.
First two.
I loved that interview. There was so much honesty there, right? In Jonathan Quick trying to explain what this day was like. Oftentimes you'll get a player of his magnitude playing against a former team for the first time, trying to downplay it. There was no downplaying it when he said it was tough to nap. For sure it was a long day. Thinking about it, you're replaying a lot of memories, especially the way it ended, stuff filtering around your brain. I love that he would admit to the level of importance mentally, physically, and otherwise for tonight.
How aware that the schedule had LA
since
coming
the summer.
On this. Yeah. So all of that, coincidentally, and I know exactly where he's coming from. He doesn't want to say it out loud, but he was really upset with how he was treated and dumped from the LA Kings. That's a fact, okay? Why is he playing so well this year? A big part of it is the chip that he's got on his shoulder. He is motivated. It's a coincidence, but I was drafted by the Los Angeles Kings in 1996. They chose not to sign me. I hated the Los Angeles Kings for 11 years. And then I got to play my first game in LA the night of a rookie party that we had there. I thought about LA all the time because it was my first love. Just like it was for Jonathan Quick. It was his first love. And a divorce is hard. A breakup is hard. I don't know what that's like. I've never been dumped, but John does. And you know what that's like, John, right?
That's news to my wife, by the way. I don't think she knows about that yet.
No, but it's a hard breakup. It was, that's a hard one. I've always said this, too. It's hockey or sports never feel like a business until you've been traded. And then it feels different because it's not the crest that you were drafted with.
I like that he was also asked if he felt like the team understood the importance for him tonight. And he said you could see it in their effort and their attention to detail. Do you agree?
100%. You could see it. Like, it has a look, and you can see when a team really likes to dig in for their goalie. And the reason why is because he stays out late. He goes early. He competes every day in practice. You can ask any of the coaches. They will say that. And it gets the buy-in from the players. They're really rooting for you. And you're not playing every game. You're not the starter. I know what that's like. It becomes an event.
Having not been on that line, on that level of a professional athlete, it really is amazing, Steve, when you consider the mentality of an athlete. When you have something to play for, that it just looks so different than it did in the rank and file game of last night or in Ottawa on Tuesday.
Well, why do you think that is? It's back to the motivation and the enthusiasm, and it's a euphoria, John. You get in there on another level, and the fans, when they chant your name, you feel this rush going up your spine and out your head, and it just feels euphoric. And the league feels that way until you're in your year 5, 6, 7, and it's just another trip to Anaheim. But this is a special game. This will go down as one of the games that he remembers, and I'm sure cherishes right up there with his Stanley Cups.
And yet, it also is an important game not only for the goaltender, but for the 18 skaters as well, given where they were the last 3 games, really giving up 15 goals, but the last 2 losing it in the fashion they did.
Well, what you get back now is the belief and the buy-in to how to have a game plan, okay? The previous 4 games, the Rangers get scored on in the first period, and they're behind. Why? Not ready to go, not prepared. The attitude was relaxed. There was an attention to detail because of the opponent. It captured your attention before the game began, and everybody was ready to go. This was the biggest game of the year. You're at 25 games. You've had a great run of hockey. Tonight's game 26, and it's almost like your first in-season challenge of, are we at the standard? Are we as good as we think we are? Or our record says we are? And right now, I'm telling you right now, the league takes notice on this one. For the folks that do power rankings, for the fans that talk, for the teams that are going to be playing the Rangers next, like Toronto. You know, they're going to be, that's the hard part about this. Now you're at the top again. So you've got to face Toronto, and you're going to get Toronto's best. And then the next team you're playing against, you're going to get their best. It's just the way it's going to go.
And no apologies for the Rangers, who win their 19th game of the season. The Golden Knights will play later tonight, but for now, the Rangers have more wins than any other team